Welcome back to the Right Take Report. Today, we are reacting to a classic protest in Kansas covered by BoDiddle, where people are trying to protect so-called trans rights and trans kids' rights, which is controversial in itself. But as we can see, BoDiddle is on the ground talking to protesters, and trust me, I wish I could give a preview to this episode, but there is no needed preview. It gets good right away. Let's get into it.
Are you here for the $50 offer?
What do you mean?
I will give you $50 so you can go down the road and get a BJ because I know you haven't had any in a while.
Oh, yeah. I just came over here and I'm already getting insulted.
No, that's not an insult. If you need it, I'm going to help you.
It's crazy that people always go to sexual jokes. I just walk across the street. All I did was walk across the street.
You're my new friend. I'll help you out. I'll help him and him too.
Okay, well,
I got the cash if you want it.
I appreciate the offer, but
because you're punks.
I don't need a.
Rights are human rights.
Y'all are welcome to be at this event.
Trans rights are human rights. Trans rights are human rights.
Of course.
Trans rights are human rights.
Who said I have an opposing view?
Trans rights are human rights.
This group has indicated that they would.
Trans rights are human rights.
They're respecting that for this group, and so we're going to ask.
Because someone doesn't want me here, I get my First Amendment violated.
You absolutely have your First Amendment rights, but we also have the right to have you in adjacent spaces.
That's not true.
And so at this point,
If you want to bring police, you can, but I am fully entitled to be here.
okay, but we're going to ask you to move just to the
Respectfully, I've already told you my position. I'm fully entitled to be here. If you disagree, you can bring police, but I am entitled to be here. I'll go talk to you if we go over there. Deal? I'm good. I would like to talk to you, though. Okay, sweet.
Alright, just a quick interjection here. The old woman, who really should honestly be staying inside instead of protesting at this age, has something she probably doesn't even understand. Says that offering $50 for a BJ down the street isn't an insult. I don't know what an insult is then. It's constantly jabs and punches to the right by the left protesters, and then once you push back, they claim innocence. It makes no sense. And yeah, it's a super nice, relaxed, at peace, tolerant left we've all come to know and love. Right out of the gate to start this video. This lady then tries to lamely trigger him, given this $50 for a BJ thing, which makes no sense, because she has clearly no idea how to actually articulate an argument and really defend her position instead of just throwing away insults. But once again, we're going to see loud megaphones drowning out any real conversation between two opposing sides. It's not like trans activists even want a conversation to begin with, right? Oh wait, they claim to want one, but then when you try to converse with them, they don't. It kind of makes no sense. All they really want is for people to believe everything they say and blindly follow the herd. Then, because the protesters whine and cry, all of a sudden the most calm person there, BoDiddle, merely asking questions, is the one who's asked to leave. I guess if a child screams and whines, we should really just say, okay, it's okay, you can do whatever you want. What a backwards world we live in, where the First Amendment is tossed aside in favor of so-called adjacent spaces, as the other lady in the clip points out, which kind of makes no sense. It's just absolutely disgusting.
But we're not going to be videotaping anything over here.
I can't have my rights violated.
Right, but
Not a violation of your rights.
It
because
is.
We have separate spaces for you
Okay,
to
we can
be.
get police.
So they have a space here.
I'm not entertaining that.
And you all have a space either over there.
I'm not entertaining that.
I heard you say you'd like us to get police.
Yeah, if you want, sure. I'm not entertaining that.
Okay, so Katie, boyfriend Katie.
Sure.
Already addressed that with you, correct?
Who's Katie?
The last person that spoke with you was right here.
I told you that you'd have a space over there.
Sure.
Okay, I'm asking you one more time. Would you please respect that they have their space and you have your space?
Yeah, I respect their space.
It's like the locker room, dude. by you respecting that means that you would stay in the space that we have designated for you all, which is across the
So
street.
I'm so scary of a human that I'm getting kicked out of being able to talk on a public sidewalk.
We're not making any comments about you as a human. We're just indicating to you what space you can take up at this
But what I'm hearing is people have indicated to you guys that because I look as if I'm someone that opposes their views.
No one has said that because we just have separate spaces tonight. One for
What makes you think I have different views?
for you.
What makes you think I have different views? Okay, then why am I getting kicked out?
You're not getting kicked out. We're
Okay,
asking
sweet. Then I'm good to go. I'm good to go.
asking you to go to a designated space. This is Katie, who you spoke
Hello.
with before. So you're welcome to be here, but we do ask you to be on that side of the
Can't do that.
Okay, then I'll ask my friends from Katie Police to escort you.
Fully address it. Alright. So we're gonna keep going.
This may be a short little clip, but I thought I'd include it just to show how stupid this entire situation is, and I cannot even believe I'm reacting to it. Gosh, I do really love the audacity of some people, though, demanding that things should or should not be videotaped on public property. Her walking up to BoDiddle saying, "Oh, you can't videotape here," even though it's in public, makes no sense. Like, why is it their so-called right not to be videotaped or called a certain way or talked to a certain way that they don't like? Somehow, it's more important than the right to film or to have the First Amendment or to be able to talk to people on the street in a public area that they choose to be in. Of course, I'm not trying to be offensive here, but all these protesters kind of follow the same look, the same style, the same way of walking, the same way of talking, the same way of acting. It's really just repetitive at this point, and it's so annoying. They're all almost like clones, blindly following some ridiculous agenda. Seems comparable to the last 4 years of this country. But there was another moment that this lady or some protester brought up in the middle of BoDiddle talking, comparing him being out there adjacent spaces to the locker room. This argument makes zero sense, and I just wanted to nitpick a little here. A locker room is a private space where people are changing. He is in the middle of a public street. What the hell is she talking about? It is just so dumb. It's honestly hard to even watch this video. It is at a ridiculous level I cannot even handle. And lastly, of course, right on cue, the mad crowd tattles on Bo, and immediately he is asked to move to the other side of the street. The hypocrisy here is unreal, unfair, unjust, and I just cannot believe I have to watch these videos over and over again.
How are you doing?
Can I go across the street and talk to you, please?
Talk to me? Sure.
Across the street, please?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
All right.
All three of
Let's
you
keep
guys
it
right
going.
here.
Let's keep it going. Just make sure the camera's still. Just make sure the camera's still rolling.
It sounds like you guys have been talked to a couple times about not being over there. Okay. You guys are more than welcome to protest or do whatever you want.
I'm not protesting.
Okay. You're more than welcome to do whatever you want to on this side of the street, but not over there. Okay.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
That is what the university has decided. They said they talked to you a couple times.
So you're telling me it is lawful, not what a university decided. You're telling me it's lawful to take over a sidewalk. Like I am banned from a sidewalk. Is that what I'm hearing?
You cannot. They do not want you over here. You can be over here.
It doesn't matter what they want. All I care about is what does the law say.
I appreciate your cooperation.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, you can be
That's no, sir. What does the law say? That's what I'm asking. What does the law say?
Here, let's go back over here and talk.
Okay. All I care about.
I thought you understood.
All I care about is what does the law say. And if you're telling me that the law says I cannot be on a sidewalk, then I will stay right here.
Okay.
But I want to make sure, because I will make sure of this.
Okay.
Everything is on recording. I'm sure you're recording too. I want to make sure, lawfully, I cannot be on a sidewalk.
Lawfully, you cannot be over there right now. They're doing a protest. They were told to be on that side. Okay.
Is that sidewalk publicly permitted?
Huh?
Is that sidewalk?
That's university property over there. You're on university property.
So I am banned from a sidewalk.
I'm telling you, you cannot be over there right now.
I am banned from a
You cannot
sidewalk.
be over there right now. You have been told by university staff that you cannot be there, and I am just enforcing what they told you.
Is it a law? Is it a law? Will I go to jail for being there?
For you can be charged with criminal trespass. Okay, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
What is that though? Is that jail? Is that a ticket?
It
Like,
can be either one. It can be either one.
Do they not need to necessarily trespass him first?
They've already trespassed you. They've told you cannot be there.
You'd have to like hand him.
They gave you. They have talked. They have talked to you twice about not being over there. And they came and told me that they have trespassed you and said you cannot be there. Okay. I'm enforcing what they told you.
one more time, just so I'm fully clear, the camera's fully clear. Lawfully, I cannot be over there. I will go.
You cannot be over there right now.
Here's my final thoughts. What's really sad about this whole cop situation is that the cops don't even seem to really know what they're doing here. They're just following what the large mass of protesters want them to do. And that can really sometimes be pretty bad. They probably do realize what they're enforcing is wrong and that it goes against the right of an interview on public property. But because, again, of this mob mentality that has controlled our culture for the last 4 years, and the fact that these people are louder, whinier, and crying, they get their way. That's just justice, isn't it? No. The cop actually at one point says, they don't want you over here. They don't want you over here? What is correct? Who cares what they want? What does the law say? He is a police officer. He should be upholding the law, not just bowing down to whoever screams the loudest. He couldn't even articulate his point properly or explain what rule Bo supposedly broke. It really just baffles me. But I could go on 20 more minutes talking about this, and I won't. Thanks for watching. Make sure to please like, comment, and subscribe. Critique me in the comments, and I'll be back with more very shortly.